This is my third attempt to do this rant, and I don't really feel any better. I do feel just a teeny tiny bit better, but not really. My rant's about my brother. Surprise, surprise. My brother that lives with my mom 2 streets over. He's lazy as all F. He is. He's lazy. He doesn't do shit unless he absolutely, positively has to. 2 days ago, the main air conditioner went out at their house. Well, he figured out it was a burnt out relay. So you have to undo a main plug to get to the relay. He got a new part, put it in, and when he went to put the main switch back in, he noticed it was burned as well. Well, he ended up cleaning the air conditioner around the fins, and everything was just clogged up full of dirt and crap, which might have made it overheat, or we've had extremely hot weather, which might have made it overheat. I don't know. So I went with him to a hardware store to get this other switch part. So we got it. We were right next to an Aldi's where he could have gotten milk, but no, he waited till he got home and he said, I need milk when I was leaving. He goes, I need milk. And I said, what? Like, we were right there. He goes, well, I only go to Shop and Save. So I said, I'll get it for you. So I got 2 gallons at the cheaper place, my place where I shop, Save a Lot. It was $2.50 a gallon instead of $3.69. When I was leaving, he goes, get 2 gallons. So I got 2 gallons and I dropped it by their house. He was busy in their bedroom with Mom watching TV or something. They have the volume up so loud you can hear it on the other side of the county. And I got home and I started working on the room again, and the phone rings and he goes, oh, did you forget? I said, what? The milk? Yeah. I said, did you look? What? I said, did you look? What do you mean? I said, there's 2 gallons in there. I didn't see 2 gallons in there. I said, well, there are 2 gallons in there. You go look. And so he got up and looked. It's always a big imposition for him to actually get up out of a chair and go look. And he goes, well, they weren't there when I looked before. I said, well, they're there now. Then today, on Saturday, Mom gets her hair done, and a lady comes to the house, and the caregiver and Richard help Mom from the bed to the wheelchair, roll the wheelchair into the bathroom. They do her hair. When it's all done, they roll her back to the bed, put her back in bed because she can't walk. And she probably could if she really wanted to, but she's just let it go, and her muscles have atrophied. In other words, you can't use your muscles if you don't use them, right? So Richard's friend from high school was over there, and he picked up Mom under the arms and dangled her like a marionette and put her back in bed. And he said, I'm not hurting you, am I? Or anything? No. Well, 5 hours later, Richard calls me. It's like 9:15 p.m. He calls me, and he says, I think Mom's got broken ribs. I said, what? Then he tells me the story about his friend picking Mom up and all that, and how she claimed it didn't hurt, but now she claims she can't move. I said, did you give her Tylenol, which is acetaminophen or paracetamol? She doesn't want it. I said, well, give her some. The pain's going to stay. She can have that. Even with all the other medicines she takes, she can have Tylenol. I said, if something warm helps, put something warm on it. If something cold helps, put something cold on it. You've got to think for yourself, for fuck's sake. You drive me fucking crazy. I know Mom's a narcissist, and she made all our decisions for us our whole lives, and by the time we're grown up, we don't know how to do shit. David, my younger brother, he's been on his own for a while, and I had to support a family of 4 before I got divorced. Then it was a family of 3, but I'm the one that went and stood in line for hours for help to be told I made $2 too much. I'm the one that had to do all this. I'm the one that took on part-time jobs and worked all night long and went to school in the day and barely saw the kids growing up, and I'm the one that had to go through all this shit. I pay my bills, and I do everything the way I'm supposed to do, the best I can. Right now I've got the county on my ass for weeds and a tree branch in the backyard. I don't have a way to dispose of the tree branch, and Richard fixes lawnmowers for these guys, and he goes, well, I'll ask some of the guys. I said, I really appreciate that, thanks. 2 days later, did you ask anybody? No. 3 days later, did you ask anyone? No. So I went by and asked some guy that said, well, he might be able to get to it by the end of the week, which is now. And I have not heard from him. I have not heard from the county. I'm under threat of being put in jail or fined up to $1,000. I don't have that kind of money. And I don't want to go to effing jail. Just because the guy moving behind me reported me because he wants everything pristine when he moves, he reported 3 or 4 people around him, which is a typical maneuver for assholes around here. Richard doesn't seem to understand that this is important. He didn't pay the personal property tax at their house, and that's something you pay every year. You get the bill in October, and it's due by December. So if you have to save money up to budget, you budget. He doesn't understand the concept of budgeting. I've been at the poverty level for a while, so I know what budgeting is. I do build in safety steam releases for myself, like a night out once a month, maybe, or every other month, or something with a theater group or something. I bought a ticket to see the Muni Opera for this month. I bought the cheapest one I could. I bought the cheapest ticket I could for the end of September to see Eddie Izzard. Those are my pressure release valves. If I didn't have something like that to look forward to, I would fucking explode. You know? And what I paid on those tickets for being a senior citizen and getting the cheapest tickets possible is what most people pay to eat out. Or less, really, actually. Less than what people pay to eat out. I just keep seeing things. Oh, God, I'm going fucking crazy. Anyway, Richard wanted to call an ambulance, and I said, do you have any idea how much those cost? He goes, well, I think the insurance would... And I said, no, I don't think so. Not an ambulance. It's like $800 or more. Well, I didn't mean an ambulance. I meant an EMT. I said, no. EMTs are the same price. Well, do they have a portable x-ray they can bring out? I said, no, they don't. They don't, not unless you're rich, they don't bring out portable anything to you. And he just, I don't know, man, it just blows my mind. I just don't get it. I'm trying, this is the 4th day I'm trying to go through this room and throw stuff away that I don't need and organize and clean and declutter and whittle it down to a few things, because I know inevitably I'm going to have to move, because when Mom passes I'm not going to be able to live here. So I'm trying my darndest, and Richard's just a fucking idiot. His entertainment is watching the Three Stooges. He knows every Three Stooges by heart. And granted, they are funny and they were masters of slapstick, but that is not the be-all and end-all. Richard is very limited. He is the dimmest bulb in the box. If he were a color, he'd be beige. I'm going nuts. I called my brother and left a message. My other brother down in Georgia, who doesn't want to have anything to do with anything up here. And God, I know, I don't blame him at all. I don't blame him at all. I don't know. Something's got to give, you know. I don't have a new truck. Richard has a new truck. They have a car that runs. Everything runs on it. I'm not even allowed to borrow it. I have a car that's 22 years old and half the things not working right on it. And an air conditioning in the house doesn't work. I have a window unit and I have fans going all the time. And I keep things closed up. And I try to conserve energy. Because it's expensive. He just doesn't seem to understand it. He doesn't see it. He's just so narrow-minded. It's fucking unbelievable. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me rant. I'm sure it's going to be worse in the morning. Hopefully not. I do have a video coming with little bits and pieces in the last few days, but I just had to get this out there. Upward and onward.